Alright, what's up guys? This presentation's on the glaciers of Utah and Colorado. Utah has 1, Colorado has 14, so it's gonna be a shorter video, but it's gonna complete the series of 48. Let's get started. Utah has 1 glacier in the Wasatch Range. I think I'm saying that right. The glacier is mostly covered in rocks, and it really wasn't known to be a glacier for a while, until they kind of took a ice sample, and they're like, uh-oh, this is a glacier, blue ice in it. Probably a glacier for a brief period of time. It won't be for much longer, to be honest. It's retreating and it's thinning, but it still pays. But it's not gonna be around for much longer. Very accessible and popular hike to get to it. And I'll show you the glacier right now. Actually, this is the Timpanogos Glacier. It's a very popular hike near Salt Lake City in the Wasatch Range. It's around 0.15 miles in length. Timpanogos Glacier is mostly covered in rocks in the avalanche chute area, which is why it's there. And I believe it's around like 10,800 feet or so. So, yeah. Colorado has 14 glaciers, located mainly in the northern part of the state in the Rocky Mountain National Park region. The areas receive a lot of precip in the form of snow during the winter, which is why they're there, of course, but they're thinning and retreating in a very rapid pace. The glaciers there are very small, in a state of rapid retreat. They're not going to be around much longer, probably not longer than 2 decades, I'm going to guess. The Andrews Glacier has seen a lot of retreat. It's about 0.15 miles long. There's not a lot of accurate information on this kind of stuff, like the size, the depth, all that good stuff. So mostly just eyeballing it and guessing. Probably 0.15 to 0.20 miles in length. Elevation of 12,000 to 11,700 feet. It ends in a prological lake. Not a glacier, much longer, of course. It's small. Probably downgraded to a snowfield within the next decade. The Arapaho Glacier is the biggest one in the state. It's about a quarter of a mile long and a half mile wide. It's decently sized. It's roughly 15 feet thick on average. It goes from about 12,705 feet to 10,250 feet. The Fair Glacier is 0.20 miles long. It's in a state of retreat. Located in Roosevelt National Forest. This is located in Roosevelt National Forest, and this is in Rocky Mountain National Park. Just to be, yeah. All the glaciers are in either Roosevelt. This is Roosevelt National Park, Rocky Mountain National Park, or Roosevelt National Forest. This is in Roosevelt National Forest. Don't know why it says Roosevelt National Park. 0.15 miles long at 12,000 feet elevation. It's left-hand corner about here-ish, you can see. It's always in a formation like this. It's a hanging glacier, as you'd like to say. The Mills Glacier, it's on Long's Peak. That's all I could find on. Size almost extinct. It's not there much longer. The Muma Glacier is a pretty interesting place. You can tell it's got this edge to it, which I always find fascinating. But this is the real part of the glacier. 0.15 miles long, I'm gonna guess quarter mile wide. Accessible by a pretty popular hike located in Rocky Mountain National Park. The Peck Glacier is rapid retreat, of course. It's small, tiny, as a matter of fact. Rapid retreat, Roosevelt National Forest. Not too much information on these glaciers in Colorado. They're seldom seen. They're just kind of there. Not for much longer, though. The Ravi Glacier, length, nothing I could find. It looks like a snowfield, to be honest. And I said rapid retreat. Not going to be around for more than a decade. Elevation 13,400 feet, so it's high up, but I mean, if you look at this, it just looks like snow, to be honest. Doesn't look like a glacier anymore. St. Mary's Glacier is a pretty interesting place, about 0.2 miles long. The weird thing is it's next to tree line right here, and it's actually below it. Located in the Arapaho National Forest. It's a cool place. St. Vrain Glacier is pretty large, about a quarter mile from what I could see. Located in Roosevelt National Forest, of course. The Sprague Glacier, I'm guessing about a quarter mile long, it looks like it. Located in Rocky Mountain National Park. Very pretty area. The Taylor Glacier, located in Rocky Mountain National Park. I would guess 0.15 miles around there. The Dove, no idea. It's on Long's Peak, part of the Kilo route. The Tyndall Glacier, I'm guessing about 0.2 miles. I'd say right now. Located in Rocky Mountain National Park. It's accessible by a very popular hike. And I believe that's all of them. Yeah, thanks for watching. You can check out my Teespring store. I'll leave a link to it in the comments or the description below. And yeah, thanks.